Hi, Stu. In this video, I'm gonna introduce how to make a user interface in Unreal Engine. So the way we export the project from Unreal Engine is by packaging almost like an application out. And by doing that, we will get a preview like that. Just get into a space that doesn't have anything. And to improve that experience, we would like to have some user interface designed. And to do that, we will use the Widget Blueprint. By doing that, we need to right-click the content browser. Remember to put the file into the right place in the folder. You can see I created a UI folder beforehand. And choose the Widget Blueprint. And you can see here are some like a preset widget, and I'll just use the one I created before for explanation. Double click and get into that. Okay, when we get into the widget interface, we will have two separate interfaces, one called designer, one called graph. The graph is basically like a program side, and the designer is like a interface side. We are gonna look from the interface. And for the widget, we've got borders, and we can only create things inside of borders. And we've got buttons. Buttons is basically we can interact with mouse by clicking, hovering, holding things. And text is what can be put inside of the button, so we can know what is the button's function. And there are much more functions. And today we will just restrain with the simplistic button. And put a text inside the button, it will automatically snap with each other. And by looking at the layer information on the left bottom side, we can know which text is snapped with which button. And let's have a look at the details of a button. Here are some like a graphic design of a button, how it can be put into the middle, how it can be change the width, change the thickness of the boundary. And we can also use the image for that, just a sample render thing. You can pick your own favorite picture as a button image. And most important thing for button is the interaction of button. If we drag the detail to the bottom, we can see there are unclick, unpressed, unhovered sort of selections. This is how the interface can actually doing functions. By clicking the plus icon, we will automatically jump to the program side. And you can see the name of the button is named of the game start. And this is the same in this button. So I will know from the program side, this is the function I want to put with a start level. And just by right click the empty space, we can search the function. And I'll put the name of our level, urban-site, into the open level function and linked with the unclick button start. And that's how we can start the game. And there are quit functions, and there are about buttons. And let's just talk about these button functions one by one. For the about functions, We sometimes want to introduce extra information beside the interface, but when we already have a start button, create button, how do we do that? The way to do that is create another border. We call that about border, and we put the previous start border with start button, call that start border. And when we click the about button, we want to make the about border visible and make the start border invisible. And that's basically the logic of how to do a simple user interface change. As fast as compile the widget and push it to the... Okay, and here comes a demo that is the existing level. And if we click the start, it will come to the starting point again. And click about, there will be about border, and click quit, it will just quit the program. And that is how a simple user interface can be done. There could be much more complex objects to do that. And this is called the player start. We can drag that from the place actor to place, to choose where the starting camera is. And that is all. Thank you for watching.